Queensland households without electricity are now facing days without water as well as thousands grapple with the largest power outage caused by a natural disaster in the state's history. And while several major flood warnings remain in place, tens of thousands of families are now staring down the barrel of a $1 billion clean-up. We're joined now by Lockyer Valley Deputy Mayor Chris Wilson and Brisbane Lord Mayor Adrian Schrinner. Great to have you with us, guys. So, Chris, first to you, Lockyer Valley. How are you feeling about things at the moment? How are the flood waters starting to recede?
Yeah, things are looking a lot more positive for us now, Sherva, than they were a day or two ago, that's for sure. The floodwaters have receded significantly in all the affected areas, and the clean-up and recovery was in full swing yesterday, which was really good to see. The community really rallied around each other, and we just had bands of volunteers turn up in the affected towns and really ripped into it and helped each other out. It was, I guess, if there's a silver lining to these things, that community spirit was certainly that.
So you had ADF personnel on the ground there, 60 troops apparently. How's that operation going?
Yeah, that was really helpful. The ADF were on the ground. They assisted us with door knocking and welfare checks of the affected towns, which was really helpful. Unfortunately, they weren't tasked to do any of the flood cleanup works. That's just the way it works these days. But yeah, it was still super helpful to have them on the ground. And I think even just seeing the vehicles drive around town really lifted the spirits of the local community, which was good to see. I think they made them feel safe and reassured, which was great. Yeah,
it changes sentiment, doesn't it? Adrian, we're seeing piles of rubbish on the sides of streets at the moment in and around the Brisbane area. The damage bill, have you got an estimate yet?
Look, not at this stage. That's something that we're working on, but the assessment of assets, the assessment of damage is still going on. We have rapid assessment teams out. We've also kicked off the clean-up as well, and we have hundreds and hundreds of council crews out there across the city, making sure we can bounce back as quickly as possible.
One of our reporters this morning said that for that rubbish pickup, some areas may not get those picked up until Monday. We're Wednesday. That's a long time away, especially if you've got some food wastage. Can that be accelerated?
So we've got food waste bins out at around 200 locations across Brisbane at the moment. So they were put out yesterday and they're available this morning. Check out the council website, you can see the locations. We'll keep emptying those bins on a regular basis to make sure that there's capacity there. What we've done with the flood waste cleanup, so this is things like furniture or electrical appliances that have been damaged, we're giving people the weekend just to sort through their things. You might have heard before, people are having some dramas with insurance claims, and so we didn't want to put extra stress on people to get their things out too quickly, because there's a process they have to go through. Last time we had this flood, we really got some feedback from people saying, yeah, just give us a bit of time to get organised. So we're giving them this weekend, so through the rest of this week and this weekend, to get organised, to get the things out on the curb, and then we'll kick off the clean-up on Monday of those flood-damaged items.
Yeah, hard to prove you've had damage if it's all disappeared, right? $7,500 cash grants to community clubs. Tell us about that. How can you apply?
So we've got in touch with all of the clubs across Brisbane to ask whether they were flood damaged, to confirm that, and the cash payments are about the clean-up. So it's about cleaning supplies, any equipment they need for the clean-up, just to give them that initial boost. We aim to get the money in their accounts by the end of this week so that they can do a big clean-up on the weekend. And so we're working with clubs right now. We'll be able to get the money out the door very quickly to help them with that clean-up.
Also been confirmed, parking inspectors are back today. Will there be some leniency?
Look, there has been certainly throughout this process, but today we've got all public transport services with the exception of ferries running, so the bus network is back to full capacity, and obviously we need to keep those clearways and bus stops clear, so that's the priority this morning, to make sure our buses can operate safely across the city.
OK, that's fair enough. If you've parked your car where it's going to disrupt public transport or people trying to pick up rubbish or anything like that, then you can expect a ticket from today. Chris, thank you so much for your time. Adrian, thank you.